The story of the United States is not just one of expansion, but also of territories lost or given up over time. From sun-drenched islands in distant oceans to lands once claimed across the continent, the U.S. has held and then released a surprising array of lands. How did these regions come under American control? What prompted their transfer, independence, or sale? In exploring these lost American lands, we uncover remarkable tales of diplomacy, ambition, and the lasting impact these territories have had on both the U.S. and the world. The United States acquired the Philippines after defeating Spain in the Spanish-American War of 1898. For nearly 5 decades, the islands were under American colonial rule, with U.S. influence seen in government, education, and public works. However, Filipino resistance and the devastation of World War II fueled a strong push for independence. In 1946, the Philippines finally gained self-rule. The U.S. legacy remains visible, and U.S.-Philippines relations continue to be strategically important in Asia today. For much of the 20th century, the Panama Canal Zone stood as a vital American possession. From 1903 to 1979, the U.S. governed this strategic strip, controlling passage between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, key for both trade and military movement. The landmark Torrijos-Carter treaties paved the way for the zone's return. By 1999, Panama had full sovereignty, ending nearly 100 years of American administration but not the canal's global significance. After the Spanish-American War of 1898, the U.S. occupied Cuba, guiding its politics and economy until 1902. Though Cuba achieved formal independence, American influence lingered for decades, shaping much of the island's early 20th century history. Today, the Guantanamo Bay Naval Base remains a notable exception, still operated by the U.S. The rest of Cuba, however, stands as a testament to shifting power and enduring legacies in the Caribbean. Acquired from Denmark in 1917, the U.S. Virgin Islands are a unique case among American holdings. While not lost, their status as an unincorporated territory often fuels discussion about self-governance and the possibility of statehood. The islands, culture and government reflect a fascinating blend of Danish heritage and American influence. For more details, visit the U.S. Department of the Interior site. Their story highlights ongoing questions about American identity and territorial rights. Purchased from Russia in 1867, Alaska spent decades as a U.S. territory before achieving statehood in 1959. Early on, skeptics dubbed it Seward's Folly, but the territory soon revealed immense natural wealth, especially after the discovery of gold. Alaska's journey from remote outpost to vital American region is a testament to changing perceptions and opportunities. Following World War II, the United States oversaw several Micronesian islands under a United Nations Trust territory arrangement. For decades, American administrations shaped local governance and infrastructure. Gradually, these islands, known as Palau, the Federated States of Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and the Northern Mariana Islands, each took their own path to independence or formal association with the U.S. Their evolving relationships reflect a complex legacy. After World War II, the United States occupied the Ryukyu Islands, most notably Okinawa, until 1972. The reversion agreement returned these islands to Japanese sovereignty, but significant American military bases remain to this day. This chapter left a lasting imprint on both U.S.-Japan relations and Okinawan identity. The U.S. bases remain a polarizing subject in Japan. American Samoa has been under U.S. administration since 1900, yet it remains a territory rather than a state. Its status is distinctive, shaped by strong indigenous traditions and ongoing debates over autonomy. Unlike most U.S. territories, locals are U.S. nationals but not full citizens, a unique distinction that continues to spark discussion. Before becoming a U.S. state in 1845, Texas existed as an independent nation for nearly a decade. Its entry into the Union marked a major shift in American borders. During the Civil War, Texas seceded and aligned with the Confederacy, briefly stepping outside U.S. authority. These dramatic changes highlight the region's complex journey through independence, statehood, and conflict. During the Mexican-American War, the United States briefly occupied Baja California. However, with the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848, this territory was returned to Mexico. The episode underscores the fluid nature of borders. During America's 19th century westward expansion, the shifting claims and conflicts of this era shaped the region's destiny. In the early 1800s, the United States briefly claimed West Florida from Spain, incorporating what are now parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. This region's complex colonial past is evident in its shifting borders and layered cultural influences. The story of West Florida highlights the evolving map of the American South. In the 1820s, the American Colonization Society established Liberia as a new home for freed African Americans. While never an official U.S. territory, Liberia's early years were heavily shaped by American governance, ideals, and financial support. In 1847, Liberia declared its independence, becoming Africa's first republic. The nation's unique origins are a testament to both the ambitions and the contradictions of American expansion. Wake Island has been an unorganized U.S. territory since 1899, playing a key role in Pacific military strategy. During World War II, it was seized by Japan, only to be retaken by American forces. Today, its remote location continues to serve the U.S. military, especially as an airfield and emergency base. More about its military significance can be found through the U.S. Air Force. During World War II, the United States occupied parts of Greenland for strategic reasons and has since shown repeated interest in acquiring the vast Arctic island. The most recent purchase attempt occurred in 2019, drawing global attention. While never owned by the U.S., these efforts underscore ongoing American interest in the Arctic region. In a lesser-known chapter of World War II, Japan occupied several of Alaska's Aleutian Islands, marking one of the few times foreign forces held U.S. soil in the 20th century. American forces eventually reclaimed the islands after intense fighting. This episode underscored the strategic vulnerabilities of American territory during wartime. In 1853, the United States acquired a strip of land from Mexico, known as the Gadsden Purchase, aimed at facilitating a southern transcontinental railroad. This area, now part of southern Arizona and New Mexico, remains within U.S. borders today. The purchase highlights the fluidity of territorial boundaries in the American Southwest and the ambitions driving westward expansion. Explore the original treaty at the U.S. National Archives. Johnston Atoll was claimed by the United States in 1858 and went on to serve as a key military outpost and nuclear testing ground during the 20th century. Now uninhabited, the atoll is a remote wildlife refuge. Its history reflects America's far-reaching interests in the Pacific and the strategic importance of even the smallest islands. Palmyra Atoll, annexed by the United States in 1898, stands out as the only incorporated U.S. territory without a permanent population. While once considered as a possible site for nuclear testing, today it is protected as a nature reserve. The atoll's story highlights shifting American priorities from strategic interests to environmental stewardship. Much of the modern American Southwest was once part of Spanish New Spain. Through a series of treaties and land purchases, these vast territories gradually became part of the United States. This colonial legacy deeply influences the region's culture, language, and identity, making the Southwest distinct within the broader American landscape. The 1803 Louisiana Purchase from France transformed the United States, more than doubling its size. For a time, the Louisiana Territory was administered as a single, immense federal holding before gradually giving rise to multiple states. This brief but pivotal era reshaped America's borders, economy, and destiny. The legacy of such lost and transformed lands continues to shape our identity today.